Hey guys, so I am going to try to start putting some of these page kits together. And so like I mentioned in the initial video, is I'm going to go through kind of like the larger pieces together first. So I have these cut aparts, which I thought about just pre-cutting, but I think I'll just cut them out as I go. And then kind of all these larger cards and frames and different things like that were in that kit. That kit was ginormous. I don't remember making it that big, but it's big, so it's okay. So I have my 6x6 pads that I'll go through and add to the different kits, and it's just going to be kind of random, and I'll probably maybe pour this out on my desk maybe. I think I'm going to try to use up the loose pieces first, just because they're harder to find once you've stored them. These I can at least, you know, put with my other pattern papers or whatever. But so I think I'm just going to kind of create a pile here, and I am just going to filter through them as I work with each individual kit, and then the next round will be the smaller detailed items. These were what I was thinking about, burlap. It's the word I couldn't think of was burlap. So it was like this stack of them. I'm not for sure where it was from. I don't know if the orange really will go at all, but I think the green, pink, and blue, I think I'll be able to hopefully get used up. The orange, I don't think I had much orange in here. So I think I'll set this aside for another kit. That would also be cute with my school supplies from my youth, because my school colors were orange and black. So I might put that in my school section. And then I'm just going to pull these out just so I can add some smaller papers to the different kits. So this is going to be a process because I have quite a few, but that's okay. I'm just going to have fun with it and go from there. So I'm going to focus on using these first and getting them divvied out. So we'll do that. So the first little page kit I have here is, and again, this is inspired by Nicole Jones. She does this a lot, and I've been watching her, and I've been needing something new to do. And so I'm like, hey, I have these Project Use Your Stash kits sitting around my room that I've been trying to get motivated to work with. Why don't I kind of do something similar, just using those kits, or at least one of them, and do something different, because I'm ready for something different and new. So I'm already seeing from this kit, this little guy staring at me right here, this little frame sweetie. It's really cute. And like, I have this old hand blade transparency piece, and I just like that it pulls in that darker teal there, as well as this guy there. Of course, I'm going to have a lot of, the key for me is to not to put everything in one kit, because I'm going to have the same colors along a lot of them, but I want to have enough to choose from, and I can always steal from each of the other kits if I absolutely need to. But I think I'm going to have enough supplies to go around. I don't think it's going to be a problem. So those are just things that caught my attention right off the bat that were on top of the pile. And I'm just kind of looking for the colors that are in here, because I'm probably going to, well, one, I need to get some of the yellow and this tan color elsewhere, because it's not in the other two papers, and so I'm going to do that through embellishment. And this is just my process. Everyone has a different process, and that's totally okay. Like, I think this is probably close enough, maybe. It's a little bit lighter. And I'll go through the 6x6 papers here, too. These look a little different. Let me just see what I got here. That's too bright. This guy here. Of course, it pulls in a little bit of pink. No, I do like this. No, too bright. Okay, maybe I'll just pull in. That's pretty. It's tan, kind of more a crafty color, but close enough, I think, and it has some yellow in there. Okay, I'm going to go through these paper pads first. because I just want to get these used up. I have so many 6x6 paper pads and I just rarely pull them out. So this is perfect. And this actually pulls in a little bit of, there's a little bit of pink there, or is that red? It's pink. So it gives me an option to pull in some pink if I want to, which I could just go something like this. I don't know if I want to add in another color. I'll think about it. I could just cut, you know, trim that and just use down here. Although the numbers are cute, it's to be good for journaling. So we'll see. Okay. Maybe I'll just do this. Okay, I'm going to see what other pattern papers or 6x6s I can find, and if I can find one that brings in some pink with these other colors, then I can add one more color into this. I think that's really cute. Or I could just do this instead. Might do that. And then I don't have to worry about adding in another color. We'll do that. Okay. I think it's a little too green. Okay. This is This and That by Lori Whitlock. This was an American Crafts called Spring. I think I have like 2 or 3 of those. So they're kind of divvied up amongst different kits. Not quite. Okay. I think this is like a Pink Fresh, because I think they're the ones that aren't in booklets. And they're definitely more graphic. I like that this has a, I just don't know if I need it because I have this paper here. But I like how it has all the different tones in there, so I might just put it in there because it kind of pulls in some of the more darker blues. Have DIY Simple Stories. I think it's going to be 2, yeah. American Crafts Every Day. That's cute. Again, I think a lot of blues in here that I'm not going to need it. And like I said, I can use this for more than one page. I can make a couple different pages. Oh, I like that. There's really no navy in there. I just like how it more goes along that color. Oh, I think I'm going to wait. No, I can definitely make more than one page if I want to. I don't have to stick with, I like that yellow. Just making one page, so. Okay, I think I'm probably okay on papers. I haven't really even looked through these. This is kind of more of my just knowing what's in here kind of thing. And this is actually, I kind of like how that's lighter. This is actually from the collection, from the one of the paper pads. It's called Oh Darling. That was one of the larger paper pads that I used for this process. I like how this matches that there. Although it's very creamy, but that's okay. I really dislike this paper, so I'll probably use it as like a white matte. I just don't like that color. Don't think any of this is probably going to work. This is Jelly Bean Soup. This is Color Crush from American Crafts. See, I don't really have that, it's really pretty, but I don't really have this green in there. It's really pretty. It's a little bit too more minty. Oh, that's cute. I like that better than this. I think I'm going to put that back. Okay, this color book. This is Walmart. This is pretty thin paper, but I thought the colors were pretty. That's 8 by 8, which is a little bit different. But I don't think I'm going to find any keepers. Not a huge fan of that paper pad. That's okay. Alrighty. So I think I'm good on those. And I think I filter through here one more time. I feel like that's too brown, but this is more of a gray brown. Let's see. I think that's too turquoise. Okay, I think we're probably going to be okay for now. Oh, I like this because like this kind of pulls in this darker yellow, and this is a little bit of a lighter yellow. So I'll put that there. I think I'm going to call it good because I'm still going to have my next round that has all the other stickers and things like that. So I think this is good for layering pieces. That's coming along very nicely. So there's that one. I'm just putting these in a pile for now because I don't want to put them in bags until I'm done. I think I'm going to put this last little frame in here. I think that's cute. Okay. Okay, so next one is this one here. This is kind of an interesting combo. It's very vintage. But I'm loving it. I think it's going to be a fun combination of colors. This is going to be different but very girly. And so we have the oranges, yellows, different tones of pink. I'm already seeing off the bat. I'm liking this because it's bringing in all these different tones of pink that are in this picture, or in this paper, as well as in this paper here as well. There is orange. What did I just put away that was orange? Oh yeah. I think it's too dark though. I don't know. No, I'm going to take one. I'm going to do it. Okay. So I have one of these guys. Just bring in some of the orange. I could do a yellow one too, just to layer up a couple, which might be kind of fun. Okay, and then I have... See, these are a mess. I think that's too dark. The poor frames are getting all beaten up here. Should take care of them better. Okay, what else do we got here? I'm liking, that's too, I'll put a doily in here. I have some random doilies in here. I think that might be cute. I might just put in a couple. Okay. And I like this. I really like this. It's like a vellum tan colored one that matches this color here. So I'll do that. So I want to bring in some more of this tan color here. I'm liking this. It has both of those colors. So here I'm going to kind of stick with this tan color. There is some black. And the different tones of pink. So I'm thinking I might do that. And I'm liking these. There's some lighter pinks in here. Oh, there's this one too. Okay. Some lighter pinks, but they're kind of a little bit of a different tone. I'm going to hold off on that. Let's see. I might go and put this in there too. It has that tan in a die cut form. This is cute. Okay, I think I'm probably okay unless I find, here actually, think I like that. It brings in some of that orangey yellow color, which is cute. I think that will do it for this one. One more. I know I'm not going to use all these, but this Playtime Transparency, I like that because it's like dolls and that. Although it brings in some blue, and I don't know if I want to do that. So I'm going to, it'll work for another one. That's too yellow. That's too yellow, I think. Might try that in there. Okay. Let's go through pattern papers here for my 6x6 anyway. And they're just different tones of orange. I don't know. I think I'm gonna hold off on that. That is too. It's more peachy. I hope that will work. I don't really love the paper, but I could use it as a mat. I think I might just do both because I don't know if I'll use it. Another one. Okay. It's kind of cute. Okay. I'm gonna guess probably no go on this. This is gonna be more my greens and blues. Now this should have some that match because it's the same collection. Like that. Kind of bring this in the really light tans that are in there. So I'm apparently still giving myself plenty of options. I was worried about working with a page kit, but I'm obviously going to be making large page kits, which is okay. Like, this is how I roll, and I need to have options, and like I said, I can just either roll them through. That's a really pretty orange, but just too dark. To the next kit, you know, or I think what Nicole does is she puts leftovers in a dish and then just tries to keep pulling from it, which I can totally do that as well. So I can really focus on continuing to try to use them if I don't use them with a particular kit that they're with. I think that's going to work. No, not this one either. That's really pretty, like peachy. Oh, that's cute. That brings in some of the tan. It has that same theme. You know, guys, I'm sitting here looking at this. I mean, it's cute. I'm going to put it to the side as maybe matting options, or I think I might just put this in a box for a giveaway or something. I'm just not digging it. Every time I look at it, I'm like, eh. So it's going to go away for now. One last thing to dig through. Okay, so this one, ooh, I really like that light pink because it's in her dress and I don't have a lot of light pink. And the nice thing is most of these have two of each, so I don't have to feel stressed about using too many now that I could, you know, use later. That's perfect. Okay, I think that's going to be good. So this is good until I get to the smaller embellishments. This is so fun, you guys. I really like this process. It's really, I think going to work out well. Okay, so this is kind of a different color scheme. These are mostly from that color box collection. So already seeing this guy here. It's definitely white based. I'm liking that. You have the blue and the green both. G. I like that because my maiden name starts with a G. I have this transparency. So I'm looking for the non-distressed, kind of more white base type of stuff here. I think the I'm liking that camera. It's cute. Jelly bean soup. So we have the turquoise, and let me find those. It's really pretty pink color, which actually is perfect for these guys here. I'll just do a couple of those. Some green, which I think I'm going to do, I don't know, some of a different tone of green, isn't it? But I can use one of these. I want to. And it's like a perfect pink for that. I'll do one more. I have a few of those. Here's a, I think that's too, yeah, it's too bright of a pink. They're so cute. I want to put them all with this. I still have quite a few of them though, so I must have gotten, maybe I'll just do 3. I'll take away this one here, or 4. We'll do 4. No, 3. I'll do those 3. Okay. It's pretty. Has that blue. I think that's a good blue. Like there's a lighter blue here and then a darker blue. I'll go with that. Green the same. First things first. I think it works. I kind of like this camera one too. I think that's like the pinkish color in there. So I'll try that. And then get some more white. These must be from Pink Fresh. They look very much like, oh, I like that one because it is bringing that like pink color though. Today's gift, this knife. That's cute. I like that one. This is how we do it. The best things are not always plain. I like this color of pink is just perfect. Okay, that should be good for now. I think. Do I need more pattern papers? Let's see. Kind of pretty. It kind of pulls in that green and the blue. Oops. I think that's close enough to this green there. It's cute. This is from the spring paper pad. Kind of feel like it was meant to be here. This is very similar in colors. I like that. That's very busy, but I'm just gonna put it there because this is my chance to use it if I can. Ooh, that floral might be fun. Except it adds in yellow. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it here. Nope. That's gonna be too vintage. Alrighty. Oh, this is kind of cute. Ooh, I'm kind of liking this to bring some of that black up front, maybe. That's cute. The green's too dark. Too late. Alright guys, sadly I think I have to go pretty soon. Because I have to go get to my daughter to dance class. That's a different, that's too dark, I think. I think this is going to, that's too vintage. Might try it out. That green's pretty. Oops. Some of these do not tear out very well. Well, good thing I'm not want to use that whole 6x6 part. Goodness gracious. I've used quite a bit of that, it seems like. It's pretty thin. Unless it was thin to begin with, I don't know. I kind of like this. It's, I don't know. We'll see. Because it has the blues and the greens in there. And I think there's also a one like this, but then the orange is throwing me off. But I could just do, no. I'm going to hold off. Because I have enough of this color in these tags. This again brings in that yellow. That's really cute. I think I'm just going to pull it in and see. No, I think that's really fun. It's a fun pattern. So maybe I'll just grab a couple random yellow things. That kind of match. That doesn't quite match. You know what? We're just going to not do it. Lots of pretty green papers. I don't get a chance to use them very often, so I'm going to pull them when I can. That's pretty too. Okay, so I got 3 started. This is going to be a process, guys, for sure. I think I'm just going to pause and I'll just keep going, so they're going to be longer videos. And maybe I'll try to do 10 in one video because I'll get kind of long. But I do have to go for now, so I'm going to put these aside and then continue on. Of course, you aren't going to notice, so I'm just going to pause. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be back here shortly. Hey guys, so the second half of this video, I'm going to do a voiceover and speed it up, just because they're going to get super long if I don't. And so I'll try to do a mix of both because I know it's kind of nice to hear. I'll still talk about my process, even though it's sped up a little bit, but I know sometimes it's nice to watch it, do it as I'm thinking through it. Like that does matter. Anyway, so I just thought this round I would do a voiceover, and then maybe next time I'll do, I'll just probably do like half and half, like half of it just live, half of it sped up. So here is again just another page kit that has a lot of colors in it, and I end up kind of going in a few different directions. Like the 2 papers on the left have a little bit more of a distressed look to it. The paper on top does as well, but it's not quite as messy. It's just more in the colors, and so I kind of go a few different routes as far as the elements I add in, and how I could go a couple different directions with the styles. And so that for me, that's what page kits kind of have to be. I can't like lock myself into I'm doing this exact type of thing. Like I want to be able to say I can go either more clean with this, or I can go a little bit more colorful, or I can go monochromatic, or I can go, go multicolor. Like, so I'm just adding things in that could work with any combination of these papers. And then that's how I think I'm going to be successful, is if I have some choice in what style of page I want to make. And so, so it's just, so I love, and that's why I love multicolored, multi-pattern papers, because it gives you the guidance of what colors you can add in to really make whatever you want to do work. And so in this one, there's greens and different tones of pinks, different tones of blues. There's a really peachy pink and a tan color and some yellows. Like, there's just a lot of really fun options. And so I can either cut elements out of that top sheet. I could use it as a background. Like, there's so many options, but I'm going to have a good variety of colors to go no matter what I decide to do with that sheet. So that's just how it works for me personally. Not everyone has to have that, those types of options available to them, but I for sure do. I pulled out that pink frame because it was just a different tone of pink than I was pulling in, and it just kind of stood out to me. Some more burlap here to pull in some of that green. And this is actually a leftover from, I just did some scrapbooking for my Get It Scrapped assignment, and that was actually leftover. It accidentally left in that pile from that. It's just a page strip at the bottom, the manufacturer strip, and I'm like, it works perfect, so we'll just leave it here. It's from Fancy Pants, I think. Life is Beautiful. So just going through the 6x6 pads and trying to pull, again, some different papers that could make lots of different options work for me. And see, this is where kind of I go a different direction. Like, I look at it and say, this is perfect with the papers on the left, the blue and the pink. Doesn't necessarily mesh with the top paper, but again, like, I'm probably going to make more than one page with these. And so I like having these different types of style options, because I could see any of these page kits I've made so far, I could easily make at least 2 pages with. If I pull in like a white background or a solid colored background, I could easily make 2 or 3 pages with. So that's gives me some different options. Like, just how you look at it, like I'm looking at it now on the screen, it just looks like a really pretty combination of papers. And so that's kind of what you're going for, is when you look at it as a whole, it just all meshes. And it may be hard to see it by individual piece, but it's just something that you have to train your eye for when making any kind of kit, whether it's a large kit or a smaller kit. Like, you don't have to match every single paper, but if you have one paper that matches at least 2 others or one other, then you're giving yourself some different type of combinations that you can work with. So now the one tricky part about having multicolored pattern papers is that I feel like I need to have either layering pieces or embellishments that represent each color. So depending on what direction I want to go, I can go lots of different color directions. And so the kits end up being a little bit bigger, but I'm better with that than like saying I'm going to use just a couple papers and a couple layering pieces and a couple stickers. That for me, I just know isn't going to work. And it's just all about knowing yourself and how you scrapbook and how you're going to be motivated. I think I'll be much more motivated to work with this kit with this variety than, if it was a lot smaller. And that's okay. So as I'm doing this, I'll just talk about kind of what I've been up to. It's been busy. Like I said, I had to, the only time I've been in my scrapper like the last week and a half has been, to make my page for Get It Scrapped, and it turned out really cute. I'm excited. I love it. The layout focuses on my youngest daughter, and I always love layouts that focus on just one of your kids or a person that you care about, because you can really just kind of dig deep and cherish that person because you're thinking about what you want to document about them at this point in time. And it just was a fun layout to do. But no, just been busy. Like we had homecoming week, so we've had the pep rallies, and then we had a cross country meet, and we had football game, and we had, I mean, just it's just been really crazy around here. And so Tuesdays kind of tend to be the day that, well, Mondays or Tuesdays. This week it's Tuesday because actually both my girls were homesick yesterday. And so we were all home, and so today's a day I'm by myself for a little bit. So it's when I tend to do my videos. But yeah, it's just been kind of crazy. And I feel bad because I think I mentioned before I started another YouTube channel and a Facebook page focused on my family's journey with essential oils. It's called Essential Oil Living with Nicole. And so I've been doing some videos for that. But what I've been doing is I've been creating all these like rollerball mixes and like these systems that we're gonna, like, me and the girl and the whole family is gonna use. I was gonna start October 1st just to keep us healthy, like immune boosters, different supplements to help with the immune system, stuff like that. The girls' as vitamins. I got, I had it all organized. Little immune boosting roller balls and all this stuff that I'd made for the kids to just, October 1st, so that we didn't get sick for our vacation, so we could stay healthy. And of course, what happens this weekend, we all get sick. So I'm like, I should have started it a little bit sooner, but hopefully it's out of the way. Fall just came to us this weekend. It's rainy and cold, and it just, like, the weather changed went from, like, it was 98 on Friday during the pep rally, and now it's like the high today is 64, I think. So it's been like, it was cold this morning. I don't have the heater on yet, but it was cold. It was in the 50s. And so I think that kind of ushered in some sickness. And anyway, I felt bad. I'm like, well, I should have just started the regimen a little bit sooner. But now maybe it's out of the way, and I'm going to start not that we shouldn't always, we always do some things that work on our immune systems, but I'm just kind of doubling it up a little bit just to make sure that we aren't, don't come down with the flu the day before we leave on our trip or whatever. So anyway, I was just giggling that timing didn't quite work out how I wanted it to. I should have immune boosted sooner. So anyway, so I've been busy with that, like super passionate about it. And, I've been using them for a couple of years, and anyway, so I have a Facebook page where I'm doing DIYs and just tips and tricks and education, and I share podcasts that are timely, and I make room sprays and roller bottles. Like, my kids take them to school and use them for focus and for, like, immune system, like this stuff that they use before they go to school in the morning. It's just part of our daily life. And so I wanted to share. And so I've been doing some videos for that. And so anytime that if you only have a certain amount of time to do videos and talk to a phone like I'm doing right now, then it just kind of takes away some of the time to do the scrapbooking stuff. But I'm just trying to get a system where I can do both and be super prolific with both pages. And I'm really loving this system. I think I needed something a little bit different. I think I needed a change in my scrapbooking process. Sometimes it's easy to get bored, and then you kind of get burnt out, and then you don't want to go, into the scrapbook room. You just want to do other things. And so I think this really kind of got me excited to it's just a new system I can work with and play with. And so I'm loving that. And so I'm laughing because I took those orange burlap sheets out of the kit thinking I wouldn't use them at all. And now I think I've used almost all of them. I think I have maybe one or two more left, but I'm like, I was wrong. There was more orange in here than I thought. So anyway, so this is a fun one. This was a very different type of page, but it's fun because it gives me a chance to kind of work with some different colors, like the oranges and the yellows. But that paper has a ton of really fun color in it. There's like 3 or 4 different tones of yellows and oranges. There's like 3 different tones of pink. There's 3 different tones of blues. There's gray. There's white. There's kind of like a tannish yellow. And so it just made for some really interesting combinations of papers. And so it was hard to stop pulling because there were so many of the what you would look at as a solid pattern, solid pattern paper that was matching all those different colors. And I just wanted to add them all because I didn't know what direction I would take these layouts in. So I just pulled them all and had fun with it. Like, I'm not gonna beat myself up for putting too much in these. I've decided that I'm not, because again, just like this is like kind of like a microcosm of the entire Project Use Your Stash purpose. It's getting things out of their packaging, out of their tablets, out of their books, getting them in a kit where you're more apt to grab it and use it. And, like these products in this scenario right now are going to be more apt to be used than they are in a 6x6 paper pad, if that makes sense, because I have them matched with something that will work. And even if it's too much and some of this stuff ends up leftovers, it's still there's more chance of it being used this way than sitting in a drawer or sitting in a paper pad or sitting in a basket somewhere. And so this is kind of like a smaller version of my overall point of this whole project is, just get your stuff out, match it all together in a way that you're going to use it. And then maybe you put it aside for 6 months, but at least it's ready for you and you're more apt to use it. If you're going to crop or just sitting down a scrapbook, you have something ready to go and you don't have to think through it at that point in time. And you've kind of created a purpose for it. I know that sounds really odd, but I've created a purpose for these supplies. Instead of sitting in a stash, they're sitting in a kit that's ready to go. And because I know for myself I work great within kits, then that's going to be success for me. For sure. And so that's why I'm doing this. And I love that this is kind of like a mini version of that. Digging through these big old piles of ephemera that I have and just saying, I'm giving you a purpose. I'm putting you with this kit of supplies and I'm going to use you. So anyway, this is, I think, pretty much it. I think that's my last one because it got kind of long. And so I'm going to upload this baby and there's going to be lots more to come because I have a lot of page kits. I think I used up almost all of those paper pads. So lots of page kits to come. So stay tuned and happy scrapping. Bye-bye.